Hello and welcome to this Amazon developer video on the Amazon Mobile Associates API. My name is Sanyu Kirluda, and I'm a solutions architect with the Amazon App Store. The Mobile Associates API for Kindle Fire and other Android devices enables developers to merchandise millions of physical and digital items from Amazon.com within their apps and games. When using the new API, developers earn up to 6% on qualifying in-app customer purchases, while providing customers with the opportunity to easily buy and receive goods through the Amazon one-click purchase experience and Amazon Prime shipping where available. In this video, we'll cover the basic concepts of the Mobile Associates API and do a step-by-step walkthrough of the different ways that you can offer items for sale from Amazon.com and how to test your implementation with the Amazon App Tester. Finally, we'll cover some troubleshooting tips and where to go for more information. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Before we launched the Mobile Associates API, or MAA, if developers wanted to create additional revenue channels for their apps, they had a choice between a freemium model with digital in-app purchasing or subscriptions, or using mobile ads. With the Mobile Associates API, developers now have a new way to monetize their apps and games by offering contextually relevant goods through Amazon's world-class fulfillment network. MAA can be used in apps distributed through the Amazon App Store, the Google Play Store, or any other Android distribution mechanism, and is currently available to U.S. customers using any Android device running OS 1.6 and above. So in summary, when using the new API, developers can earn up to 6% on qualifying in-app customer purchases of physical and digital items, and customers are able to leverage Amazon's safe and trusted checkout experience to easily buy and receive goods. The Mobile Associates API offers 5 different purchase experiences for you to choose from. First is direct linking to Amazon. This purchase experience allows you to direct users to the Amazon mobile optimized homepage, product page, or search results page in a web browser. Users will have the option to discover and purchase items relevant to your app from there. In-app product detail and in-app product preview present product offers to users through the in-app product detail page and in-app product preview popover. To complete the purchase, users will be directed to the Amazon mobile optimized product page in a web browser where they have the option to discover and purchase related items. In-app shopping provides a complete in-app purchase experience. You can present product offers in your app's native look and feel, and users will complete the purchase without leaving your app. Lastly, digital bundling is a form of the in-app shopping experience where you can also reward customers by granting a virtual digital item in your app with the purchase of the physical product. This table shows a summary of the different features available through the Mobile Associates API and for which product categories and distribution channels they are applicable. Important to note here is that digital product purchases are only available through direct linking to Amazon, in-app product preview, and in-app product detail purchase experiences. Also, in-app purchasing and digital bundling purchasing experiences are only available to apps distributed through Amazon. And with respect to search, outside of direct linking to Amazon, search is available only if the app is distributed through the Amazon App Store, and only physical product results will be returned. With the Mobile Associates API, you monetize your app by earning a percentage of the sale price of the products purchased through your app. For each purchase of a qualifying product, you will earn an affiliate fee. For general products, this fee is set to 4% for the first 6 qualifying purchases in a given month. Once you've passed this threshold, the affiliate fee jumps to 6%. Some specific product categories have fixed advertising rates as shown here. Earnings and payment reports for sales through the Mobile Associates API are available in the mobile app distribution portal. After logging into your account, navigate to Reports. The earnings report will show potential earnings accrued on a daily basis. The payment report is finalized on a monthly basis and shows revenue earned for your app through MAA. In developing your app, it's important to be aware of the following policy guidelines. International and U.S. developers are generally eligible to use MAA. Developers who reside in the following states are not eligible to use MAA because the Amazon Associates program is not available in those states. Developers can only distribute approved apps via U.S. app stores. Developers can promote up to 1,000 unique products within a trailing 30 days within their app. If you already have an Associates account, you cannot use that in conjunction with MAA. MAA is linked to a new Associates account that we create for you when you accept the Amazon Mobile App Distribution Agreement and create your developer account. Reporting for your Mobile Associates account is only available on developer.amazon.com. You can continue to use Associates Central to access your pre-existing Associates account information. If both your mobile and pre-existing Associates account earn advertising fees, they will result in separate payments. Lastly, certain products are excluded from the Mobile Associates program. You can find a full list of excluded products at the Mobile Associates link listed here. Up-to-date policy guidelines are listed in the Mobile Associates FAQ. Now that we have a good understanding of the concepts behind the Mobile Associates API, let's get our development environment set up. Before you can start developing mobile apps for the Amazon App Store and Kindle Fire tablets, you must first set up your development environment. At a minimum, you'll need to install the Java Development Kit, the Android SDK, and an Android device or emulator. In this presentation, we'll be using Eclipse, an open-source integrated development environment. You can find more information regarding Java, Android, and Eclipse at the links listed here. To add the Mobile Associates jar file to your project, start by downloading the SDK. Go to the Amazon Developer Portal at developer.amazon.com/sdk.html and download the Amazon Mobile App SDK, which contains the Mobile Associates jar file. In your IDE, open the Java Build Path dialog and select Libraries, add an external jar file. Then click to open the Mobile Associates jar file. Be sure to check the box for order and export after importing the jar file. Many developers also find it useful to add the Mobile Associates API references to their project. This allows you to view the reference documentation within Eclipse, similar to Java and the Android SDK. You can do this as well by adding this to your build path. If you do not already have an Amazon Mobile App Distribution account, you'll need to create one at developer.amazon.com. Log into your account and verify that you've submitted your tax and payment information to the portal. Affiliate fees cannot be distributed to you if this is not complete, and it can take a few days for this to be integrated into your account. Lastly, you need to retrieve your application key. This can be done by creating a record for your new app in the Amazon Distribution Portal. You will need the application key to initialize the API. To get the application key, click on the My Apps tab and then select an existing app or click on Add a New App button. When creating a new app, just fill in the app title and the form factor fields and click the Save button. The next screen will show the unique application key value, which is a 32-character, globally unique alphanumeric string used to identify your app. Remember this key? We'll be using it shortly. The application key can be used across multiple platforms and stores, but each app must have a unique key. Note if your app's package name and the package name associated with the application key don't match, you won't get paid. With our base development environment set up, let's look at implementing the Mobile Associates API. First, in order to make requests to the Amazon Mobile Associates API, your app will need internet and network permissions. These permissions must be declared outside the application tags of your Android manifest file. Next, in your main activities on create method, you must initialize the API by calling associatesapi.initialize, passing in a config object. Calling any other API method before initialization will cause a not initialized exception to be thrown. The config object is where you will need to pass in your app's application key that we just saw from the Amazon Distribution Portal. Of the 5 Mobile Associates API features, direct linking to Amazon is the simplest to implement and requires the use of the MAA link service class. We'll cover that one first. The direct linking to Amazon feature of the Mobile Associates API enables you to direct users to the Amazon.com mobile optimized site in a web browser from any Android view, including a web view, using the link service. The link service is available on all Android devices running 1.6 and higher. Apps using the link service can be distributed through any Android app store as long as the same app is offered through Amazon. The link service allows you to direct customers to a specific product page, a search results page, or the Amazon homepage. You specify the type of page you want to open, and the link service takes care of the formation of the URL with your associates tag and opening the link in a browser. The link service does not provide the capability to retrieve product information or fetch product ads. Presenting the product offer in your app is specific to your implementation. You can use Amazon's Product Advertising API on your server to retrieve product information at the link shown here. First up is direct linking to an Amazon product page, which allows you to specify a product ID in the product page request. When directed to a browser, customers can find product details, read reviews, discover related products, and complete purchase after signing into their Amazon account. Simply construct an open product page request object specifying the product ID and pass the request to the link service.openRetailPage method. Where do you find the product ID? The product ID, also referred to as an ASIN, can be found on the Amazon retail website as part of the product detail page. Some products come in multiple variations, such as size or color. If the variations are priced differently, then a price range is returned to the user. Variations have a parent-child relationship. The main product is a parent, and each unique variation a child. Both the parent and each child will have their own unique ASINs. If you'd like to retrieve information for a specific variation, you can simply use that variation's ASIN. Generally, it's a best practice to use a parent ASIN for the main product. Note that not all products are available via calls to the Mobile Associates API, and availability can change rapidly. Generally, a product is considered available if it's sold on the Amazon Marketplace by Amazon or a third-party seller, it is currently up for sale, and it's in stock. The second variant is direct linking to an Amazon search page. This allows you to specify a search term and keyword to the link service. In their browser, customers can view the search results, select products, and complete the purchase after signing into their Amazon account. To direct customers to an Amazon search result page, construct an open search page request, specifying the search keyword, and pass the open search page request object to the link service.openRetailPage method. In the open search page request, you can also optionally specify a product category, a brand, or a sort type. Product categories for the U.S. marketplace are shown here, with the sort and filter types that can be applied to them. You can find a full list on the Amazon Developer Portal at the link listed here. The third variation of direct linking is the option to direct customers to load the mobile-optimized Amazon homepage in their browser, where they can search, discover, and purchase products of their choice. In this case, you construct an open homepage request object and pass it to the link service openRetailPage method. The three options presented thus far allow you to direct customers to a mobile-optimized Amazon page from a standard Android view. If your app needs to direct customers to an Amazon page from a web view, you'll need to extend the WebView client class and override the shouldOverride URL loading method to return the link service's override link invocation call. Adding this WebView client to your WebView will allow the link service to take care of appending your Amazon affiliates tag to all Amazon.com links originating from your WebView. So that's direct linking in a nutshell. To utilize all other features of the Mobile Associates API, you'll need to use the Shopping Service. The Shopping Service class initiates requests via the Amazon MAA jar file, and the ShoppingListener interface asynchronously receives responses to these requests. In order to receive ShoppingListener callbacks, your app needs to receive broadcast intents via the Response Receiver class. You must therefore register the response receiver in the application section of your Android manifest file. Note that you will never use a response receiver class directly in your app. And just like the link service, making a request to the Amazon Mobile Associates API shopping service requires internet and network permissions. Next up, you need to implement the ShoppingListener interface and register it with the shopping service via a call to set listener. The recommended architecture here is to create a global ShoppingListener singleton class that implements the ShoppingListener interface and provides a mechanism within the global ShoppingListener to set a local ShoppingListener to which all callbacks are dispatched. The activity in which you make calls to the shopping service then also implements the ShoppingListener interface and is what will be passed in as the local listener. Same as a link service, you will also need to initialize the Associates API with a config object that contains your app's application key. All of this initialization should be done in the onCreate method of the app's main activity. In addition to the basic initialization already mentioned, we also recommend calling ShoppingService.getServiceStatus in your main activity's onResume method. The resulting callback will return information on which features of the Mobile Associates API are available to the current user. The code sample shown here shows how to programmatically determine the Mobile Associates features available to the customer, including available purchase modes and search functionality. You can also retrieve the app-specific obfuscated user ID for the currently logged-in Amazon user. In case you are implementing digital bundling, you can use the user ID to track digital items granted to this customer. Another use case for using this value is to allow you to determine whether your app has been distributed through the Amazon App Store or through some other distribution mechanism like Google Play, as the user ID will only contain a value if your app is distributed through Amazon. Making a purchase using the shopping service for either the in-app product preview, in-app product detail, in-app shopping, or digital bundling cases all follow the same pattern. We check to see whether the purchase experience is available to the customer based on the information we retrieve from the on-service status response. If available, we construct a purchase request object with an ASIN, a view, and a purchase experience type, and then call ShoppingService.purchase, passing in the purchase request. Using the shopping service, you are able to provide the customer with details about the product from within your app, as opposed to the link service's methodology of sending the customer directly to the mobile-optimized Amazon site. In this way, the customer can spend more time in your app as they make their purchase decision. Now, we will walk through each of these in turn, starting with in-app product preview. In-app product preview provides a convenient, frictionless, and low-latency method for presenting product title, thumbnail, price, and rating. From the popover, customers can proceed to the mobile-optimized Amazon product detail page in their browser, where they can add the product to their cart and proceed to checkout after they sign into their Amazon account. The in-app product preview popover purchase feature is available on all Android devices running 1.6 and higher. Apps using this feature can be distributed through any Android app store as long as the same app is offered through Amazon, and the app can offer both physical and digital items for purchase. To initiate a purchase using the Direct with Preview purchase experience, check that the relevant purchase experience is supported, and then construct a purchase request object passing in the ASIN for the purchase and the current view. Then set the purchase experience to Direct with Preview and make a call to the Associates API .getShoppingService.purchase with the constructed purchase request. Similar to the in-app product preview, in-app product detail page also keeps customers in your app, but it additionally allows you to present them with more information to enable them to make their purchase decision. Product details like the title, image, description, ratings and reviews, and related products are all shown in an optimized detail page within your app. When ready, customers can then proceed to the mobile-optimized Amazon site to complete their purchase. The in-app product detail page, like the in-app product preview popover feature, is available on all Android devices running 1.6 and higher. And again, apps using this feature can be distributed through any Android app store, as long as the same app is offered through Amazon, and the app can also offer both physical and digital items for purchase. Initiating a purchase using the Direct with Detail purchase experience is exactly the same as for the popover case, except that we check for whether the Direct with Detail purchase experience is supported and pass in the Direct with Detail as the purchase experience to the purchase request object. Next, we'll talk about in-app shopping. The Amazon Mobile Associates API enables you to provide a contextualized in-app shopping experience. You can choose from millions of products available on Amazon and present the product offer in your app's native look and feel. And in this case, customers can view the product offer and complete the purchase without ever leaving your app. In order to make use of the in-app shopping experience, your app must be distributed through Amazon, and the user must be logged into the Amazon App Store for Android with a US Amazon.com account. Note that only physical products may be offered via the in-app shopping experience. Implementing the in-app shopping feature requires two basic steps. First, getting the product details, and second, making the purchase. Retrieving the product details allows you to confirm availability of the product, display its price, or show the product image. You can retrieve information by looking up a specific product, and there's also an option to search for a class of products by providing a search term. Let's finish our treatment of purchase functionality for in-app product preview, in-app product detail, and in-app shopping before diving into search functionality. So again, a similar implementation for the in-app shopping experience purchase, as we saw with Direct with Detail and Direct with Preview. We check whether the in-app shopping purchase experience is supported and pass in the in-app purchase experience to the purchase request. Handling the ShoppingListener on-purchase response callback is the same as for Direct with Preview, Direct with Detail, and in-app purchase experiences. You need to check the status code returned in the purchase response to allow you to determine the customer's state. A status code, if successful, indicates that the product detail page was successfully displayed to the customer. A failed status indicates that the purchase operation encountered an unexpected error in displaying the product detail page. Status code if not supported indicates that the API is not supported for the user's country or on the user's device. This should not return if you implement the code shown earlier to check the MAA service status. Pending status will not be returned in the case of Direct with Preview, Direct with Detail, or in-app purchase experiences. Lastly, invalid ID indicates that the purchase failed because the product ID specified in the request was invalid. In the in-app purchasing experience, we can avoid getting invalid ID as an error code on the purchase response by first checking whether the item for purchase is available. This is done by using the ShoppingService's Search by ID call. We construct a Search by ID request object, adding in all the ASINs that we want to verify, and pass this to the ShoppingService Search by ID call. ShoppingListener on Search by ID response will asynchronously return with a status code for the search result. Failed indicates that an error occurred while trying to locate the items in the store. Invalid parameter indicates that the search operation was not successful due to incorrect parameters in the search request. And not supported indicates that the API is not supported for the current user's preferred marketplace or on the user's device. In the case that the search completes successfully, you can parse the list of returned available products. Product information returned includes the title, description, image, price, and brand, and they can then be displayed in your app using your app's own look and feel. If any of the product IDs passed in are not available for sale at the time of the request, they will be returned as a set of unavailable product IDs. As mentioned earlier, not all products are available via calls to the Mobile Associates API, and availability can change rapidly. In addition to searching by product ID, you can also choose to search by a particular search term and category and include a sort or filter type. We saw search categories, sort types, and filter types earlier in this presentation when we discussed direct linking to Amazon's search page using the link service. The same sort and filter restrictions by category apply here as well. I also want to point out here the page number that we passed into the request. Search results return paginated results, so this initial call to search requests passes in the first page with a number 1 as the third parameter to the search request. The same response codes as we saw in the onSearchByID response are available here in the more general onSearchResponse case. The main differences in the onSearchResponse handling case is that there is no set of unavailable product IDs returned, and in what we do once we receive the list of successful products. You can parse through the returned available products and offer them for display within your app, just like the SearchByID case. But since this more general search returns paginated results, you must check the return page number against the total number of pages available. If there are more pages of search results available, you will need to make a recursive call to associatesapi.getShoppingService.search with the page number incremented in the request. Note, a maximum of 10 pages will be returned for any given search. The last purchase experience that we'll cover is digital bundling. Digital bundling is an extension of the in-app shopping experience, where your app can provide an in-app item in conjunction with the purchase item from Amazon. For example, your game can unlock a new level when your user purchases an item from Amazon. Entitlements like this can be done by associating them with a receipt returned by the Mobile Associates API. A digital bundle allows you to immediately reward a customer for their purchase. Should you choose to offer a digital bundle, the customer is informed that their purchase data will be shared with you on the product detail page. As an extension of in-app shopping, the same availability for this feature applies. The app must be distributed on Amazon, the product offered for purchase must be a physical product, and the user must be logged into the Amazon App Store for Android with a US account. The purchase request is the same as for the in-app shopping experience, except that we pass in a value of true as a third parameter to the purchase request constructor to specify that you require a receipt to be returned. In order to get the receipt, your app must make a digital bundle available to the customer. What you choose to offer to the customer is up to you, and it should be specific to your app. Handling the ShoppingListener on-purchase response callback for the digital bundling case is similar to the Direct with Preview, Direct with Detail, and in-app purchase experiences, with a few additions. The handling of the status codes for not supported and invalid ID are the same as for the in-app purchase experience. Failed status indicates that the purchase operation encountered an unexpected error, or that the customer canceled the purchase. A status code of successful indicates a successful product purchase. If receipt.getProductID is a bundled item, grant the corresponding digital item here. Pending transaction status can only occur in the digital bundling case. At the successful completion of the purchase, the receipt will be accessible via ShoppingService.getReceipts. As such, you should call the getReceipts in the onResume method of your main activity, and also your store-related activity of the app to ensure the receipt is delivered to your app. The getReceipts method requires that you pass in an offset specifying the last place you pulled receipts from. The constant offset.beginning can be used to pull all receipts for this specific user. Again, not supported indicates that the API is not supported in the user's country or on the user's device. And failed indicates that the purchase failed because the offset specified in the request was invalid. In the successful case, you can traverse through the receipts and grant digital items for receipts that contain a product ID. You also need to check whether the receipt was canceled, in which case you may want to revoke the entitlement of the digital item. Lastly, call response.hasMore to check whether there are more receipts to be retrieved. If so, make a recursive call to ShoppingService.getReceiptsRequest, passing in the value provided in response.getNextOffset. If the status code "no more data" is returned, it indicates that there are no more receipts to be processed. So that's a pretty exhaustive treatment of the different features available for the Mobile Associates API. For direct linking, in-app product detail, and in-app product preview, only an internet connection is required for testing. In-app shopping and digital bundling, though, require the Amazon App Tester for testing. In test mode for in-app shopping and digital bundling, your app will automatically exchange data with the Amazon App Tester and a pre-configured JSON file on your device or emulator, instead of with the Amazon Mobile Associates service. To configure test mode for your app, The com.amazon.device.associates.enabletesting flag must be set to true. When this value is true, the API calls are handled by the Amazon app tester. To do this, simply add the following line within the application tags of your Android manifest file. Note, when distributing your app via the Amazon App Store, Google Play, or any other live distribution mechanism, the enable testing flag must be set to false. You can download the Amazon App Tester onto your Android device or emulator directly from the Amazon App Store. Just search for the Amazon App Tester or go directly to the link listed here. The sample JSON file shown here contains product information for a specific ASIN. This data will be read in by the Amazon App Tester to simulate data from Amazon.com when the app is in test mode. To configure the Amazon App Tester to read this JSON file, copy the file to your device or emulator SD card directory with the name amazon.sdktester.product.json, and you will be ready to begin testing the in-app shopping and digital bundling purchase experiences. Troubleshooting tips. Did you submit your binary file to the Amazon App Store? Even when distributing your app through another mechanism, you must also submit your app to the Amazon App Store for distribution. If you're having issues with payments, check whether you've submitted your tax information to the Amazon Developer Portal. You cannot be paid if this information has not been entered. Also, if the application key and associated package name entered in the Amazon Developer Portal do not match the values used by your app, payments will not flow through either. If you're trying to test out the MAA API from a non-US country, make sure that you have set the Enable Testing flag to true, and please make sure that you set it back to false when submitting your app for distribution. Did you take into account the available purchase modes and verify that the sort and filter types are valid for your search categories within your code? Not all purchase modes and search functionality are available on all devices and distribution mechanisms, as shown in an earlier summary chart. If you're implementing a digital bundle, did you set the receive receipt parameter to true in the purchase method? If not, you will not receive receipts in the on-purchase response to allow you to grant the digital item. And remember to handle for pending and canceled receipts correctly. Lastly, if you obfuscated your code, please make sure that the MAA libraries are left unobfuscated. Otherwise, you could run into problems. Thanks for your time checking out this developer video on the Mobile Associates API. We're really excited to see all the new apps and contextual shopping experiences that you will all be working on. For more help deploying and implementing the Mobile Associates API, please go to our website, developer.amazon.com/welcome.html. You can ask questions on our developer forums or ask for personal assistance on our Contact Us page. You can learn about the latest news about our APIs, services, and features by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and our blog.